Hi guys, I'm Jess, and this video I'm gonna share with you everything you need to know about schools in the UK before you move here. I will do my best to explain to you how everything works here in London, so how to apply to school, where to buy the school uniforms, timetables, calendar, and everything about the holidays, how they call the holidays, the price for private school, for nurseries, and everything in between. Just please watch it to the end of the video, and I guarantee you will understand in the end. I know when we are planning to move to a different country, it can be a little bit difficult because we are terrified how to be with the new language, the neighborhood, and everything. After this video, you understand and you won't feel lost once you got here. All the information and all the links that I will show you and I will share with you, it will be below here in the description. So let's get started. Step 1 is how to choose a good school. Well, I'm gonna share with you my screen now, and if you're wondering which one will be better for your child, there is a website that you can check all the information about the school in your area before you apply. If you know the location we're going to live, you just put it here and you going to enter, and then all the reports about the school, childminder, and everything you need to know related to school in this area is going to show up. There is an organization called Ofsted, and they required 4 keys to judge the school. 1 is the quality of education. 2 is the behavior and the attitudes, not only from the school kids, but from the staff as well. Number 3 is personal development. And number 4, leadership and management. So based on all this information, the report will say if the school is good, outstanding, needs improvement, or inadequate. Usually the outside goes to the school and visit for 3 or 4 days, depending of the size of the school, how many kids there are inside, because they like to chat with the school kids, the parents, to have some kind of insight, not only what the school was showing them. So they like to know for the kids and the parents' point of view if the school are really good as they're trying to show the inspectors. So after that, they get a result. And this report usually comes saying if the school is outstanding, so it's above all the expectations, the best school in the country. If there is a good is a good school. It's not perfect as outstanding, but it's still good. Needs improvement, so it means that the school needs some improvement to get to the good grade schools, if you know what I mean. And the last one is inadequate, so it means that the school is really, really bad, but they need to do something to improve the quality of education, the behavior, the attitudes, the personal development, and also the leadership and management. Luckily, when I arrived, I found one Brazilian friend, and she told me how to apply for schools and how to pick a good school and everything I needed to start. A lot of information I gathered through this whole time I've been living here in London. So I've been here for 11 years right now, and my daughter passed through primary school, through high school, and now she's doing her GCSEs years, and then she will go to university. So I have a lot of information and everything you need to know about school here in the UK before you plan to move. If you have a child between 3 and 18, you have a guaranteed place in all public schools. Which documents do I need to enroll my child at school in the UK? Keep in mind, there is 4 different countries in the UK. This part could be a little bit different from one to the other. So I'm gonna tell about England, specifically about London. Most schools here, they ask you for a copy of your birth certificate, also the copy of the parents and the child passport. They also need the national insurance number, the vaccinations is up to date. And if your child didn't have the MMR vaccination in your country, they should have one here, at least one, because this is a chill kind of vaccination. So usually here you have when you start as a baby, and then another one just before you start a preschool. And doesn't matter how old your child is. Like my daughter, when we moved here, she was 5, and we didn't have this vaccination in Brazil, and she got the vaccination at 5 because she needed to start the school. So you need to give a proof of address. This could be like council tax, house benefits, and tenancy agreements, utility bills like credit cards, or mobile phone agreements, anything like you can prove where you were living with your name and surname, and needs to be at least 3 months from the day that you are applying for. For applications for primary school, you should apply anytime before your child turns 4. And of course, if you move in the middle of the year, you just go to the council or on the website or to the school and tell them that you want to enroll your child if they have vacancy or if they have availability for your child. How to apply to a school. First things you need to do is decide where you're going to live, like the neighborhood. Once you decide that, then you go to this website I'm gonna share with you right now, and you pick 5 schools. And I already told you how to pick a good school, so you make a decision based on what you see on the Ofsted report, and then after that you decide which school you want to enroll your child. I arrived in July, the last month of the school year, and I went to the council and I filled the form and I applied for school. So I get the results, and I think it was the beginning of August, and I had a few days to decide if I would accept or decline. Keep in mind to pick 5 schools based on your order of preference. Like you put like I want option 1, option 2, option 3, 4, and 5. And after that, you're gonna get a letter from the council telling you if you had a place in the school of your choice, or if you need to be on a waiting list for any of the school that you want. What happened to me was I only put 2 schools' names on my list, and both of them were very busy because they were outstanding school, and I didn't have the place for my child. The council replied me with a letter telling me that they didn't have the space on my school of preference, but they had a place in another school. And I accept the offer. I couldn't deny, but I did accept it. The school they offered me was about 3 miles away from where I was living. And then I thought that wasn't that bad. And the thing was really, really bad, because I needed to take 2 buses to go to the school and 2 buses to come back to school. In the end of the day, I was taking 8 buses a day, because I was taking 2 buses to drop her off and then come back home, and then go in the afternoon to pick her up and then come back home. And the amount of the time that I was inside the bus and the traffic was such a long time that I was feeling like I was wasting my time doing that, doing the school run, if you know what I mean. But I went to my first option of school. I told them that I regretted my choice if it was any way that I can swap schools, and they put my daughter on the waiting list. And I think it was about a few weeks later, they did call me and told me they have a place for her if I wanted or not. And I told them that I wanted. So I went to the school office. They gave me a paper to sign, like I was accepting the offer. They did everything between then. I have to do anything else. but all the information they needed to give it to me was printed. And once I got there, they told me where I could buy the uniform, because there are specific stores they sell uniform. I'm gonna make here a video showing how this store is. Like, it's loads of school in the same area, and they provide school uniform for everyone. There are different colors, or each school are completely different colors from the others. And I'm gonna tell you more about this when I do the next video about the uniform. Okay, let's talk about school calendar now. So it's completely different from Brazil. And here in the UK, they start in the early September, usually the first week of September, and they finish at the third week of July. So this year here, my kids, they will go to school until the 23rd of July. Don't panic. They have like school breaks, they call here half term. And usually they have like 6 weeks of school, and then they have a half term. For the breaks they have during the school year, so they have one in October, one in February, and one in May. They also have 2 weeks break. One is during Christmas. They usually break about 21st, 23rd of December until 5th of January, and then they go back to school. And also another one during Easter holidays. This one depends of when it is the Easter, because it's moving. And most of the time is the end of March and beginning of April. So we have 7 weeks of break during the school year, and plus 6 weeks of summer holiday. Most of the countries, they have like a long summer break, and they don't have these breaks during the year. So in my opinion, I think they are better this way, because the kids can enjoy more time out of school. No, because they are so used to, but I can see they are really tired of school after 6 weeks. And it's so good to have this break and relax, and then it starts fresh. One of the things that you need to keep in mind is that you need to plan your holiday during these breaks, because otherwise, if your child's missing school because he's on a holiday, or you're going to visit your home country, they will get unauthorized absent. This means if you have a certain number of unauthorized absence, you get a fine. And this fine usually is like 60 to 70 pounds per child, per parent. Like if you are a couple and you are going as a family on a holiday, and if you have 2 kids, everything is double. So you need to think about what you need to do once you need to plan a holiday here. The school expect you to be in the school every single day. Of course, when your child is poorly, you just call the school and tell them, like, my child won't be at school today because he's ill or he's vomiting. And there are a lot of policies, like if your child throw up or if he had diarrhea, he needs to stay out of school for 48 hours. Things that make the difference once you are living here. But all of this you're going to learn on day-by-day experience. School timetable. Most of the time they start here at 8 in the morning and they finish at 3 in the afternoon. So for my son's school, he started at 8:50 and he finished at 3:15. He's in the primary school. Most of the primary school, they start between 8:30 and 8:40. And there are some schools, they can choose what time they start and they finish. But if you need an extra help with the times, there is a possibility, because there are some schools, especially primary schools, they offer you after school clubs and breakfast club. For the breakfast club, usually you can drop off your child starting from 7 a.m. and they stay at the school from 7 a.m. and straight for the whole school day. They will offer your child like breakfast. They have cereals and toast and milk and juice, but it's kind of simple because it's provided by the school. And they will be in the hall playing with the other kids until it's time to go to the school class. And for the after school clubs, there are two options. One is just like the breakfast club. The kids will be in the hall and playing with the other kids and have some snacks until the parents come and pick them up. But usually it's straight from when they finish the school until 6 p.m. But for the other different after school club, you can do activities after school. For this specific kind of after school club, you have a specific time to pick them up. It's like if they're doing gymnastics, cheerleader, football, or arts club, computing, homework club, or any kind of the clubs, like they're doing some kind of activities. They will tell you what time you need to be there to pick them up. But there is another option. If your child is doing the after school club for the first option, you can also do any kind of activity, because these activities, it is inside the school. And after this kind of activity, someone from the school will tell the child to go to the after school club, to the other one, so you can pick him up about 6. I don't know if I'm making sense because the name are the same, so it's kind of hard to explain. So did you get it? Another thing I want to talk about is the school year group. Like we have a preschool, is for kids like from babies and until they are turned 3. For the primary school, they start school at reception and they go until the year 6, usually between the age from 3 to 4 to 11, 12. And also they have the high school. It starts from year 7 to year 12, 11. As the school starts here different, the school year group could be different. So depend on when your child was born, the school will decide which year he's going to. So when we moved here, my daughter was 5, and as her birthday is the 2nd of September, the school told me that I could put her in year 2 if I wanted. But because we just moved here, she didn't speak English, I decided to leave her in year 1. And she is usually one of the oldest child at the class for every year. But for me, that's not a problem at all, because, you know, as we moved here, she didn't speak English, and I need her to get the base, like from year 1. And then she could go to year 2 and the following ones, knowing and understanding what they were talking about. And then she moved to year 2 and she was feeling completely lost. So I made a decision, and I never regret my decision. And I'm really proud that I did that, and it was the best choice for her. Well, guys, I think I covered most of the topics that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but when I started to edit this video, it was about 45 minutes long, and I thought it was too long, so I decided to split in 2. So this one will be part 1, and the next one will be part 2. If you want to know what the next video we will talk about, so I will talk about primary school, high school, college, the benefits of private school and the public school, nurseries and preschool. And if you always wonder how to have a child be homeschooled, so the next video I'm going to explain everything you need to know about homeschooling here in the UK. I don't know how it works in other countries, but I'm going to explain to you here in the UK. Okay? I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me the thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you next time. Bye!